for now I'm in an SA, US to the UK.
From the UK to the US, ain't here to get our feet wet. Trains that we set, let me inject that sweetness, bars and the flows, no cons, all pros from my head to my toes.
Ooh, you don't know, I come with it in the worst way. Gotta let him know I don't play. It's every day, it's every day.
Blessed, highly favored, you contest bad girl like me. He would have guessed more to me than just my chest. Female, I leave him distressed with no rest. Take tea to digest. You need a life vest. Lyrically, I invest. What's up, guys? What's up, family? How you doing today? I hope that you're all staying safe, keeping well and whatnot during this pandemic. Today, I've got another reaction which I'm going to try, and fingers crossed, it's going to go up and not get blocked. Now, today I'm going to be reacting to Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. Now, this is my first time reacting to Phil Collins, my first time listening to Phil Collins, so I'm quite interested to see what kind of music he does. I haven't done any research on him, you know, whatnot. I thought this time around I would just get into the music, you know, just vibe with the music, see what the music is about, and then I can give, you know, obviously my views, my opinions, how I feel about it, how it made me feel after I've done the reaction. So if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up under the video, and let's sit back and enjoy this reaction.
There's somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Think about it. She calls out to the man on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say.
Wow, I didn't really expect that. I don't know what I thought the song would be about, based off the title alone, Another Day in Paradise. I like the way that the song starts out, first of all, with the piano, playing, and then you've got the guitar playing as well in the midst of that. The song is a very beautiful song, and the song is a song that has a very strong message, behind it, about being homeless, the struggles of being homeless, and I can relate to it, and I know that all too well, considering that I've been homeless at one point in my life, in my past. I know what that struggle is to be homeless, and it's so funny because he said, she calls out to the man on the street or something. He can see she's been crying, or she has blisters on the soles of her feet, or things like that. And it's so true, because it's so funny when you're a homeless person, living rough, living on the streets. People who are passing you by, people that are living their normal day-to-day lives, they're not homeless. They have homes to go back to. They have jobs they go into. They have families to go to, all of that. They look at homeless people in some type of way, like they're less than, like they're not valued, like they're not human beings, like they don't matter, and just because a person is homeless doesn't mean that that person is any less than you and I, any less than the next individual passing you on the street, any less than a person who's got it all put together, whatnot. And it's quite sad, because if we were in a world where, how can I say, we could be more considerate of each other, more loving of each other, more aware of each other, whether the person next to you is homeless, whether the person next to you is doing well in life, whether the person is going through that struggle, whether this person, whatever a person's situation may be, or if we could find it within ourselves to come together and to help people that are going through struggles, that are going through hard times, that are less fortunate than you might be in a situation. A lot of people could be helped. Obviously, it's not always that simple, because, there's different reasons why people become homeless. Some people that are homeless are on drugs, whatnot. You don't know what their backstory is or what background they come from. And some people you could try to help who are homeless, who, they don't even have to be homeless. Some people just generally are just going through predicaments in their lives. They don't have to be homeless, and they just can't be helped because they're not ready to accept that help. They're not ready to take on that help, and that can also be difficult, and that can also be trying as well. It's a very strong, deep, meaningful song, and has a very strong meaning behind it, which I can connect with. I know that there are a lot of situations where, how can I say, should I say system-related problems, if I can call it that, whatnot, was better done to look after people, whatnot. A lot of people wouldn't get into the situations of being homeless, like myself. Some of you might know my story of being homeless in the past. I think I touched a lot of it on one of my reaction videos. What led me to become homeless, whatnot, living in the UK, and it's not easy. It's not easy, I will tell you that. And especially you're a person like myself who was just homeless based on circumstance. I wasn't a person that was doing drugs. I wasn't a person, that was caught up in certain things. So being homeless and living that life and seeing what other homeless people were going through, some homeless people even seeing them taking drugs, that was quite scary for me. because it wasn't a life that I was used to. It certainly wasn't a life that I become accustomed to, and constantly having to move around from place to place, being a homeless person, not having a place of stability, a place you can call home, a place that you know that when you leave, that's the same place you're going to be going back to, whether you go to work, whether you're just going to the shop, a place is very important. A lot of people don't realize how important it is to have a place that you can call home, a place that you can call your own, even if it's not a house that you've bought, even if it's a house that you're just renting, or a flat you're just renting, or a room you're just renting, whatever the case is, depending on what your situation is, it is always good and it's important to have a place that you can call home. Seeing a lot of the people that I saw in the videos that are homeless and they're just lying on the ground outside, lying on cardboards. We see all of that stuff here in the UK, and when I see it, it's just so sad. It really is so sad, because a lot of these people should not have to go through those situations. If only somebody had taken the time at some point in their lives to had paid attention, to notice that person, to try to help that person, to take notice of that person, they wouldn't even have got to that point, but it's not easy, the world that we live in. It's quite crazy because now we're in a pandemic, so I can't even imagine what it must be like being homeless in the middle of a pandemic when you've got this coronavirus flying around and you're supposed to be keeping yourself distanced from people, you're supposed to be keeping yourself clean, you're supposed to, be washing your hands. You don't even have a place as a homeless person where you can go and wash your hands, have a bath on a daily basis, keeping yourself fresh, whatnot. It must make things for a homeless person even harder right about now, these times that we are going through, and for me, being in a position of being homeless in my past and coming from that to being where I'm at now, I consider myself well and truly blessed, and I appreciate it, every single day, because it's a blessing. It's a blessing, to have a roof over your head, to have a roof over my children's heads, to have not things be the way it used to be, back there for me many years ago, which was a real struggle for me. But that song is a beautiful song, although it's a sad song, and it's a song that talks about homelessness, talks about people's ignorance to homelessness, and whatnot. It's a beautiful song, and I love the instruments. The instruments that were used in that song were, I would not say that any instrument would have done that song justice, but what was used in that song, it was just simple. I think too much the message would have been lost throughout all of the instruments. It was just simple but beautiful sounding. You had Phil Collins as well singing the song as well. I like how his voice as well just sat well with instruments that were used, and all round this is a lovely song, and I actually really like this song. Let me know what you guys think about this one here in the comments down below. Have you heard this one before? What are your thoughts and feelings on this song, the meaning of this song, how it resonates with homeless people today going through this pandemic and being homeless? What are your thoughts on that? And until the next time, I'm out. Peace.
Now check it. Door busted open, my man still rang on the doorbell. Boy, you must want to end up in so I can tell with no light is dark, but I still maneuver nice like a car in the car park. Let me put my torchlight on. There's some things need to get me some. Come on, grab anything I see. Things look appealing to me. You must leave because things look appealing to me. Get the eyes, the bag, one.